a very warm welcome to WsCube Tech. So guys, in our previous session we have talked about how a scatter plot works. We learned how to plot a scatter plot and learned about different functions that are there in our scatter plot. In our today's session we'll be talking about line plot. Line plot is the very basic and simple plot. Let's have a look on how line plot works. Although it is a very basic and simple plot, it has many functionalities. So let's have a look on it, how it can be created. Before we learn how to create it, let's have a look on how it looks like. So this is how basically a line plot looks like in our Matplotlib. So here we have lines, and everywhere on the peaks we have different points that have been plotted over here. And here you can see with the help of the markers, these peaks have been plotted. That means these points have been plotted. There are in one plot we can create multiple lines as well, as you can see it in our third plot over here. So we'll be seeing all these types of plots. Let's have a look on how a line plot can be plotted here. To plot a line plot, first of all we will import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. We'll be taking an alias over here. We will also import numpy as np. So import numpy as np. Once we have imported numpy as np, let's create an array over here. So I'll be creating an array called as y. So y is equals to np dot array, and here we'll be passing some values. Let's say I'll just take random values over here. Okay, this is how my values look like. Let's take the last one as 70 here. And once I have created an array over here, all we need to do is we need to write plt dot plot. To plot a line plot, we just need to write plt dot plot. So that is how we write a line plot, and inside this we'll be passing y. Let's run and see what output we'll be getting over here. As soon as I run it, you can see this is how a line plot looks like basically. So we have all our values that we have 50. So starting from our 20, then we have 50. After that, the next over here is 40. Then over here we have 30, then 50, 30, then 50 again. After that we have 40 somewhere over here, then 30 again, and lastly we have 70. This is how a line plot can be plotted. If you want to remove this line from here, all we need to do is write plt.show, open close the parentheses, and if I run it, this is how our plot looks like. Similarly, you can give the x and y labels as well, that like how we have done it for the bar plot and for the scatter plot. So I guess I won't repeat it over and over again, because in all the plots we can do that. So we can just give the x and the y labels over here. And then after this, once we have plotted this plot, there are different methods that we can apply over here. Like we can change the color of the line. For that, I'll be writing color is equals to, let's say I want it of red color, and as soon as I run it, I will get the line of the red color. Similarly, if you want to change the line style, we can write line style. Line style is equals to, now there are different types of lines. Suppose there are dotted lines, which looks like these. Then there are dashed lines, which will be indicated by double hyphens. For solid line, we have single dash, and then we have a hyphen followed by a dot. And if we run it, this is how it looks like. So we have line style. Similarly, you can pass the line width as well by writing line width. You can pass any line width over here. So if I write line width is equals to 2. Okay, I have written line width over here. So line width is equals to 2. So the thickness of the line will increase by a bit. And if I write 4, you will now notice the difference over here, that the thickness of the line has increased over here. Okay. Similarly, if I stop it over here and come back, and let me just run this much only. If I want to give a marker over here, you can give marker as well. That at every peak point, if you want a marker over here, in that case you can write marker is equals to O. So if I write marker is equals to O, it will create a circular marker at every point. So you can see at every point, like for example for 20, 50, 40, 30, 50, 40 and 30 and 70, we have got the marker over here. Similarly, there are different kinds of markers. Suppose if I give star, it will give me a star marker over here. If I give capital D, it will give me a diamond shape marker over here. If I give S, that is for the square. If I give S, then I'll get a square shaped marker over here. So different types of shapes are there, which you can Google as well. So you can put any kind of marker over here. Similarly, you want to give a marker edge color, that is MEC, that means edge color to a marker. Then you can give MEC is equals to, let's say I want to give it of yellow color. And if I run it, I'll get a marker and which has edge, that means it has a boundary all over it, which is of yellow color. That is because of MEC is equals to yellow. And if you want to give it of another color, let's say you want to give it of green color, you can give it of green color as well. So this is how we have obtained the markers of green color. Similarly, we have one more function that is called as alpha. Suppose if you want to increase or decrease the transparency, like right now it is completely solid. If I put it 0.5, it will become a half transparent. It's not 0.5, it's 0.5. So if I run it again, it will become half transparent. You can see the transparency has changed over here. This is because of the alpha. Alpha lies between 0 to 1. So 1 over here is completely solid and 0 over here is completely transparent. So if I just put it as 0, in that case it will be completely invisible. But if I put it 0.2, it will be close to invisible but very light. Similarly, if I talk about two lines over here, so this is like if I want to create a plot of one line, this is how it can be created. If I want to create a plot of two lines, in that case I'll just copy this data from here. And let's get back and put it over here, and let me create another variable over here, that is, let's say y1. y1 is equals to np dot array, and here in the square bracket I'll pass some value, that is 40, 20, 10, 40, 30, 60, 80 and 40. Okay, so these are some values that I have passed, and if I want to create a plot, so I'll be writing plt. If I want to create a plot, I'll be writing plt dot plot. Inside this I'll be passing y, and over here again I'll be writing plt dot plot. Over here I'll be passing y1, and then I'll be writing plt dot show. Open close the parentheses. As soon as we run it, this is how our output looks like. So you can see we have two lines. One is of blue color, other one is of orange color. You can define the colors over here by passing color of the first line would be of, let's say, red. So it would become red in color, and the color of the second line would be of green. So it would become green, or you can put any color over here. Let me put magenta, so it would come in magenta color over here. Similarly, you can give the line width, so I'll just give the line width of this one as 3, so it will become a little thicker. But if I talk about this one, I'll give a line style to this one. So line style, this one would be, let's say, dashed. So I'll be giving 2 hyphens here, so this one will become dashed. Similarly, if you want to provide with the markers here, so marker is equals to, let's say, this one has let's say a star, and this one, the second one, has marker. So I'll be writing marker is equal to, and this one would have, let's say, the dot, that means 2. So if I run it, so this is how the markers look like, that the first one has star and this one has this. So the star doesn't look nice over here because it gets hidden because of the line width. So I'll just give a D over here. Okay, so now it is much more visible. So this is how we can give different style to both the lines to differentiate between them. Similarly, if you want to show the legend over here, you can write plt.legend. Inside this, you can pass a list where the first one, let's say the first one over here shows the data of women, and the second one over here shows the data of men. So if I run it, in this way we'll get the output that the thick line with a diamond shaped marker is for women, and the dashed line with the circular shaped marker is for men over here. This is how you can create a legend as well over here. If you want, you can define the location. For the location, we'll be talking about in the upcoming sessions, that how we can define the locations, different locations of the legend. So if you don't want to keep it on the top left corner, you can keep it on the top right, bottom left, and in the center right, center left, up, down, in the center, wherever you want to keep, you can keep this as well. So guys, these were some functions related to our line plot. I hope the line plot over here is clear to you, that how we can plot a line plot and what are all different functions that we have over here. Similarly, you can give all the other functions as well, like you can give the labels over here, X label, Y label. You can give the title over here, whatever title you want to give depending on what data you are providing over here. So I hope all the functions over here are clear to you. In our next session, we'll be talking about how we can work with the legends. That means, as I told you, we can place the legends at different locations. So we'll be learning that in our next session. So stay connected, guys, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.